Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Okpebholo here in Abuja. We'll be giving you some insight into some of the reaction we are getting, as we do know that the Inspector General of Police, Okpebholo, has been responding to some of the accusation based on the issues that has been raised in the controversy in Osun State based on the local government election, accusing him of complicity in a plot to assassinate Governor Okpebholo Adeleke. Is described it as absurd and careless talk. He was speaking today in Abuja shortly after the decoration ceremony of senior officers at the Goodluck Jonathan Peacekeeping. Mr. Okpebholo says that he believes in challenging the distortion of facts, but statements that are contrary to reasoning do not deserve a response. The IGP explains that in line with his mandate, the Nigeria Police Force only deployed personnel to Osun State to restore law and order.
You are all aware of the violence that broke out in Osun a few days ago. What we have done in Osun is to respond to the call of the Commissioner of Police in the state for reinforcement. We have reinforced the command, and we have enough men on ground to ensure that there is law and order in that state, to ensure that there is no more breakdown of law and order in the state. That's what we have done so far. I read about the allegation, but I refuse to dignify such absurdity with a response. I believe in challenging distortion of facts. We will not allow distortion of facts against us to go unchallenged, but statements that are clearly contrary to reasoning don't deserve our response. I am too busy for careless thoughts. I will not respond to such absurdity.
That is the Inspector General of Police, Okpebholo. Although we understand that the governor of Osun State, Senator Okpebholo Adeleke, has been responding to issues and addressing some of the issues that have challenged the security of the state in the past few days. That also will be aired tonight on this before the top of the hour. So stand by to listen to that. Tonight, we'll be bringing you some excerpt into what has become a major event here in Abuja at the book launch of the former head of state, Ibrahim Babangida. And of course, we had an exclusive sit-down with the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo. All of that we have packaged for you tonight on the program. But we'll go on a short break, everyone. And when we return, we have lined up for you our exclusive conversation with Governor Okpebholo, where he's opened up on the 100 days in office, some of the issues that have been raised in the exit of Governor Obaseki as the former Edo State governor, some of the issues that have been raised over the last 100 days, plus a major soundbite out of the IBB book launched today in Abuja. We'll be right back after this break, everyone. Join us again. And let me bring you up to speed with what has been happening today. So 32 years ago, there was a controversial announcement of the June 12 presidential election. Nigeria's former head of state, Ibrahim Babangida, has admitted today for the first time that the late presidential candidate of the Socio-Democratic Party at the time, Moshood Abiola, popularly known as MKO Abiola, actually won the election. It was a startling revelation, isn't it? And was contained in his book, Babangida's 420-page memoir titled A Journey in Service, an autobiography of Ibrahim Babangida, which the book was previewed by the former Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. It was launched in Abuja and was heavily attended, and dignitaries from across the country were in attendance. Let me bring you some of the major sound bites from that event. First and foremost, let's hear from the former head of state, Ibrahim Babangida.
Is absolutely sure there will be enlightenment and there will be And we will have written records for history and for future reference. We should be able to glean what lessons and wisdom you acquired with the benefit of the hindsight. There will be one other thing: reaction galore. Again, it will be good, bad, and ugly. But your duty must be due, and you have done it.
Let me say this, General Babangida. Yes, I had, a very rough, time. I was even in the charge for treason, isn't it? I was in charge for treason. You believe that? But however, such a false thing. I certainly didn't believe that such a thing could happen. But however, later on, President Shagari rescinded that order, and you, in the end, made sure that yes, you in the end restored from my rank, restored my honor, etc.
When we joined the army, all we were hoping was to get to the reach of a captain and then retire. But God in His mercy has propelled us to become generals, and by His grace, both of us became head of state of this country. Ibrahim, I want to thank you again for the friendship, brotherhood, and all that. No moment goes by when we remember our escapades without bringing smiles to our faces.
Every president makes history. And other key historical factors make history, but they don't contribute to the documentation. And if you contribute to the documentation of the history, it makes the history stronger, more relevant, and more factual. The significance of the memoir to tell our history, the Presidential Library is a custodian of this history.
The tragic irony of history remains that the administration that devised a near-perfect electoral system and conducted those near-perfect elections could not complete the process. That accident of history is most regrettable. The nation is entitled to expect my impression of regret. As the leader of the military administration, I accept full responsibility for all decisions taken under my watch. And June 12 happened under my watch. Mistakes, oversights, and missteps happen in quick succession. But I say in my book, in all matters we acted in the supreme national interest so that Nigeria could survive. Our nation's march to democracy was interrupted, a fact that I deeply regret, but Nigeria survived and democracy is still alive, a testament to our resilience and commitment to progress.
I argue about the future of this country. We find our leaders here. The situation that brought us together and the one that we continue from this moment on. The revolutionary courage
that brought leadership out to build our country. I'm glad that about what is happening in America and Europe, the contradiction that we are seeing now all over. What is it telling us? It's telling us to wake up, to make Africa a better place, particularly this country, Nigeria. I've seen so much of responsibility and the need to take some decisions on behalf of this country.
All right, those are some of the sound bites from the event of today, the Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida's autobiography launched today in Abuja. So it's 100 days, isn't it, since the new Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, was sworn in. And it's been like yesterday when that election also held, and the contest that saw the announcement of the APC candidate Monday Okpebholo, who garnered 291,667 votes to defeat his closest rival, Asue Ighodalo of the PDP, who INEC announced to have garnered 247,274 votes. But today in Edo State, in Benin City, there was an event held to mark the 100 days in office, and leaders of the APC who gathered in the capital city of Edo State and who said Monday Okpebholo is setting a new standard in governance, which is now tagged practical governance in Edo State. He's talked about the Shine agenda, the pillars of what he said it will be the template for his governance style in Edo State. But we had a sit down with him in his office earlier today, and we had a conversation about the 100 days activities, his reflection on the election outcome, the case in court, and of course his predecessor, whether or not Monday Okpebholo will be prosecuting or probing the tenure of Godwin Obaseki. He's gotten all of these out in this interview. Let me allow you to listen to it. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us.
Thank you, Shehu. How are you?
And congratulations on your 100 days.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel today?
I feel like any other person. I'm a Nigerian, and at the same time, I'm from Edo State, and I'm Edo-lite. So I feel very proud and honored to be the governor of Edo State.
For someone, a lot of people did not give a chance. After 100 days, and a lot of the speeches at that event today, and what people were saying about what you have done in 100 days, what exactly is running through your mind on a day as this?
Well, it's all about the interest of Edo people. Have an agenda that is practical governance. What we are saying is exactly practical. We are not hiding it, we are not faking it. So what we are giving the people is practical, and that is why you see people talk the way they talk and they speak the way they speak, because they saw something new. I keep saying they are going to learn new things. We don't have to talk too much. We don't have to shout, but our work will speak for us.
You say you're not going to talk too much. In comparison, actually, there are those who describe Adams Oshiomhole, former governor, as the Otokunadu, the person who talks and do. They say you are the one who talks less and is doing. What do you make of that kind of description? Does it make you feel like, how does it make you feel though?
You know, naturally I'm a community builder. Purely community builder, and what we are doing today, what you are seeing today, it's not faking. It's not something that is new to me. I've been doing this all over my life. Any little money I have, I will use it to develop my community, build people. That's exactly what you are saying. That is turning out to be a testimony of people today.
100 days. Why did you find it necessary to mark it?
Well, it's necessary because Edo people have been marginalized. And Edo people have never found it this good in life. For 8 years, you can't see leaders of our party coming together. You can't see leaders coming together. But this is the first time you see all stakeholders are coming together in unison. Everybody is smiling. Everybody is happy. We don't even know who is governor. Everybody is a governor. But somebody has to pilot the affairs. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm a servant to everybody. I'm a brother to everybody. And a messenger to everybody. What you are seeing today is not only me. Everybody is contributing. But I'm just there as the head.
Are you under pressure?
No, at all. You should know this now. Even the man that they said he's a dictator, he's not dictating anything. I'm saying a different Oshomole. Oshomole is just giving me a free hand. Whenever I want to talk to him, he say, my son, I know how you feel. Do it in your own way. But I will say, sir, I won't do it in my own way. Advise me how to do it. And he advises, and most of the advices come out to be something positive. And I'm taking it. You see, you cannot be an island. You have to carry everybody along.
Are you done setting up your cabinet? I know you've announced commissioners and...
She will know. She will know. We still have more like 12 commissioners to come.
Yeah, and there are those who think that you are under pressure.
No,
in putting together. You've got some very strong hands. You have the SSG, you have the AGF, you have your CPS, you have your commissioner. Interestingly, you had Dr. Oshomole, as Commissioner for Health.
Oh, Siri. That's Dr. Shiri.
Yeah.
Dr. Siri?
With the SSG the other day on my program, and I was asking him, and I asked Senator Oshomole about him, and they said it was your own call to have appointed him. What was it? Because people thought it was Senator Oshomole that imposed him on you.
You see, people on social media, let me tell you, Siri is a very focused young man. I admire that guy, and he's a doctor, a medical doctor. He's trained abroad. Very professional. Oshomole never knew I was appointing his son. And the name was already out because I carefully selected them. I took the SSG. People hardly know him. But it's somebody who is very focused and knows what he's doing. So I took him. I took Siri because the health sector is a very critical sector. So I took him immediately. The first 3 appointments I took were those appointments that were very critical. Is it the judiciary, the Commissioner of Justice? These are seasonal people with great mind, sound mind. People I admire from far and near. Oshomole never knew I was taking his son, but I have to tell him at the airport when the name was already announced. He was shocked. He doesn't come.
That was a coup.
No, Oshomole never knew, to be honest with you. He never knew that I was taking his son.
You thought that if you told him,
probably he will say, no. But I didn't want that to happen. But it's not about even Oshomole now. It's about Edo people. It's about delivering. I was looking for somebody who can help me reform health sector. And that is why I chose this guy. This guy is good.
And you're not disappointed in anybody that...
No, so far so good. Everybody is perfect.
Although you have suspended your AG?
Yeah, suspended my AG for mere accusation. I can call it mere accusation because we are still investigating. Is it true or not? For the time being, it's just accusation. Once, if he's cleared, Nigeria will see. If it's not cleared, Nigeria will see. Because we are ready to support the president fighting corruption in this country.
What you are doing, and I'm going to go to the core of your own, you launched the SHINE agenda, which is going to be the pillars of your governance in Edo State. Before we get into all of that, I want to know, is this for real, what you're doing, because a lot of people thought, oh, maybe Monday Okpebholo is trying to impress the people of Edo State because of the cases in court. Don't forget that that election came as a very controversial election and is being contested in court. And there are those who think, maybe you think you just wanted to get the legitimacy of the people. Are you for real, or you're just trying to get their attention and put the people of Edo, give them a second thought about who you are?
So since 2007, I've started spending my money to develop my community. So I lost my only sister because of bad water. We went to the stream together, we fetched water, and we also bathed in the stream, at the stream. So she swallowed soda water. Then soda was very chronic. She started crying. By the time we get to the front of my father's house, this lady fell down and she gave up the ghost. So I cried 7, 8 years then. I said, if I grow up, I will kill water. I don't know how I was going to kill water. But when I started making money, I felt the only way I can help my people is to solve the problem of water. There's no local government, no community in Esan that you will not find my borehole. Since 2007, I never even knew I would contest election. In fact, I didn't even want to contest election because in 2021, I was looking for somebody who would contest for Senate in Esan land. Nobody agreed to contest under APC. Reason? Because APC never win election. In 2022, January 5th, some people came to my house, hey, bros, come and contest. I said, contest what? They say election. I said, election, which election? They say Senate. You know, I felt they were just trying to ambush me into something. But after some time, they spent like 3 days with me. I reasoned with them. When I asked one of them, what do I do for you? He said, my brother, I want you to give me borehole in my community. The bigger picture came out. That is my sister's death. So I'm a community builder. I'm not just.
So your sister's death is a major inspiration for you.
Yes.
So each time you are sitting in the chair as a governor,
even as a senator, yes,
the picture of your late sister is still in your head.
That is the bigger picture.
And for you, it is service.
It's service to the people.
So this is not.
It's not faking. No.
This is for real.
No.
Whatever you have done in the last 100 days, it's for real.
It's for real. Let me tell you, even what are they contesting? Then they didn't win election.
Are you sure about that?
They knew.
Because the PDP
was there PDP in Edo State at that time? It was all about Obaseki. They entered that election with 25% out of 100%. 75% of them were with me. Find out. Obede Yama was not with them, you know. He contested with Obaseki. I don't know, Philip Shaibu was not with them, you know. So many of them were not with them. So how do
they will say that they had
my brother, that what they are trying to tell you is social media. I don't have money to pay social media. That is why you see me moving from one village to another village, telling them come and vote for me.
But was it possible that people read for you?
Read election? Which election? Look, at the tribunal, even the PDP have confessed to say there was no rigging of election. They had the challenge 390 watts, 90 units, 390 units, and they were supposed to provide they said they were challenging about 790 units. And they said they were going to provide 390 witnesses. Later they said, oh, we are providing 190 witnesses. At the end of the day, they provided 18 witnesses. Even the so-called statistician, they couldn't use him. Because the more they bring in people, the more they weaken their case. Because it was all lies. Frivolous lies.
So you think you won the election?
My brother, is it think, I won the election? I won the election.
So you are confident that no matter what?
Let me tell you, I trust Nigerian judiciary. I learned they are looking for money here and there to buy judiciary. But I know that Nigerian judiciary will never take money to pervert justice. The justice is what Edo people have voted for. We are done with bad governance.
And you're not worried about some of those who have invested, the so-called godfathers. There are those who pushed you against the run of play at the time. You remember that you were not the choice of Shomole in the first place. But there are those who think that the godfathers who were behind you, who supported you, who made sure that you emerged. Are you under pressure from them?
Can you even point out one godfather that was pushing me?
Or you had friends who are political supporters?
My brother, I was only God was using people to support me, to help me to get to where I am today.
Are you going to pay them back?
Who am I really paying?
Those who helped you.
Who actually helped?
I mean, there are a few of your friends in the National Assembly. Few of your friends in the villa. We understand.
Who are those people? Can you mention one or two persons?
Of course, we do know.
No, I'm asking you. He's Senate President is the leader we have here. He's a leader from the South.
From the South, yes.
Yes. Whatever he did is for the progress of Edo people. He wants Edo to be repositioned. And of course, his party to be repositioned.
But if you're looking back, you're winning the election. If you look back, who would you say was very instrumental? Was very inspirational?
God Almighty. God was at work.
Apart from the God factor, any human?
Is there any particular Godfather that you are thinking of?
No, I don't know. But you know better.
Let me tell you, Edo people spoke. We were hungry for a change.
So you think that even if you go out tomorrow to contest for election, you still that popular?
Even in the next 20 years, I will win. Do you know when I won my Senate, there was a city senator? That time, everything was working against us. There was no water in my place. There was no light. There was no road. There was no money, no fuel. Everything was against us. Compared to the PDP that it was favored. But yet, we won.
Let me go into, and I'm looking at the fact that that election divided the people of Edo. And naturally so. When you go into an election, people are divided, religious, ethnic, and the palace did not support this person, the palace supported this person, these people move from this political party. People are divided in one way. And you cannot lead Edo people without uniting them. Are you thinking of the unity factor, how you can gather cohesion in Edo State for you to move forward? Perhaps thinking of drawing your position to yourself so that you can move forward.
Today, if you look at, I'm proud to say that there's not much opposition in Edo State. Many of them know the truth. And many of them secretly even voted for me while they were still in PDP because of what they were getting from Obaseki. They were not interested in that. Look, you bring a foreigner to come and rule Edo. As well, I'm sorry to say, he never speaks our language. For you to, because yes, he never speaks our language.
You don't see Asu as an Edo man?
I don't see him as an Edo man.
How is it? Asu, that's an Edo man.
I swear. Yes, but because an accomplishment. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Because I grew up, I'm a homeboy. I know the look and crowning of my community. I can speak my language. I can talk to my people. I know all the elders. I know all the traditional rulers. I can talk to them anytime, anywhere. I know the problem of our people. I told you that my sister died as a result of bad water. Because I grew up there, I have no other place than my home. So I'm not a foreigner. But somebody coming to Edo State because I want to contest, I want to rule. My brother, these are pure transactional people.
Your Excellency, let me quickly, because there isn't so much time. The issue on the ground, you found that a lot of things, you set up committees to look into the past, and some of the things that you have found that, would you be probing the past governor?
I am not the one probing them, the system will probe them.
But you will uncover, you will go after the monies. Is that what you're planning to do?
The system will probe them. I'm telling you, there are so many monies tied to different thing or the other. Those money will come out when the time comes. We're not going to hide anything.
How bad are things when you got on the ground? Because you said there were no transition notes and all of that.
Even when I came into government, I have to use my money to buy my seat.
Well, it was that bad?
Yes. Obaseki took his seat. If somebody can...
You mean the chair?
The chair, yes. Where yes.
In the office?
In the office, with Nigeria coat of arms. He took it. Somebody who can take office chair, tell me what he will not take.
I mean, it's going to be very important for me to touch quickly on this. Economy. You said in your campaign, you promised to boost local economies and create jobs. But given the unemployment rate in Edo State, how do you hope to get this done?
Already we are doing it. We've just employed over 500 teachers. And we are recouping new employees. We are employing people. Today, was it yesterday or 3 days ago, we were promoting teachers. So when we elevate teachers, then we bring in new ones. Over 8,000 teachers.
That's in the area of education.
In the area of education.
But Obaseki will say that was a strong point with the Edo Best.
Edo Best was actually a sham. Have you been to one of our schools? No seats, no desk, no window,
but it was
no roof.
They used some other states. Lagos State, for example, came to understudy Edo Best, and that it was a sample or it was a model.
My brother, if we are talking about software, maybe a foreigner sold a software to Edo State. And somebody took a software, but that is not the physical infrastructure. I'm an IT person. I've even developed a software called Edo Easy. Edo Easy is purely educational software for children to learn. I'm not borrowing from any other person.
It's localized.
It's localized. Approved by the federal government. It went through all the various angles. It took me 3 years to do that, to achieve that.
All the money that you've spent, all of this work that you have been, 100 days, where did you get the money from? There's only one budget that you have signed.
You know, before I came in, there was already a budget. Then that budget was never approved because that budget was just a budget to siphon money. But when I came in, it was approved. And I have to follow it. I have to follow it to the letter. That is why you are seeing the dividend of what you are seeing. And my business is not to take Edo money. It's to invest Edo money into projects for Edo people to see. If I was cutting it, you will see what you are seeing today.
All the rice mill, the petrochemical industries that Obaseki government put their hands into, are you going to continue in those?
Well, for me, I don't know where to start from now. You have mentioned petrochemical, this. What all of those investments? All those are you going to continue with them? Or those, where are the investments? The petrochemical, where is it? We just signed an agreement with NNPC for establishment of a petrochemical in this town.
So you're saying all of this investment that they do government?
I've never really seen any investment. The Redisi Blue Hotel they are talking about, they said it's no longer Edo's own. We are still investigating it. But you hear from the system when time comes. You will hear from my mouth. Your
Excellency, local government, you saw what the AG said about local government. Yes. Are you worried that you might be crossing a landmine? Are you careful in ensuring that local government autonomy is established and is followed in Edo State?
Have you forgotten I was a senator, a legislator? We have 3 arms of government. Have you forgotten? We respect each other. I respect the judiciary. I respect the executive. Before I came into executive, let me tell you, what you have seen in Edo today is not what people are saying. You are hearing social media. I've never done anything to the local government. We only discovered when I came into office. A paper was brought to me and they said I should sign. I said, for what? They said, I said, you know what? Explain to me. They said it's environmental fund, security fund. I said, what is environmental security fund? Maybe my education, as I said, is not enough to understand this. Show me what it is. 800 million naira was taken to to fund the PDP. I said, stop, keep this money. The first month, 800 million, second month, 1.6 billion. They were taking this money every month for numbers of months. I said, okay, the local government should come through the office of the Local Government Service Commission. They came. We sat down with them. They were explaining. We said, okay, since I don't understand the Local Government Commission, new boss doesn't understand this, bring your books. Let's look at it. They said, okay, we'll bring it tomorrow. Tomorrow, 1 week. Next 2 weeks. They never brought it there, and I wrote a letter to the House. You are the one that have power to carry out oversight function on these people. I also copied the EFCC. Go and check these books, which I believe the EFCC is already doing. And they are getting response.
That was the genesis.
That was the genesis.
Of your action.
I never touched them. I didn't tell the House. The House said, okay, you come, bring your books. They said they were coming 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They never came. Then the House, you don't forget they are PDP. They are PDP. The Speaker is PDP. Majority there is PDP. The Deputy Speaker is PDP. Everybody there is PDP. We are just minute in the House. In their own wisdom, they said, since you don't want to listen to us, you don't want to cooperate with us, we will suspend you. They only suspended them. The issue of what I'm hearing from the social media, they have sacked local government. I have no hand in it.
Let me wrap up this way. You've just begun in office, and our conversation might be premature in some areas because they are all going to be based on promises and following up on what he said in the campaign. I'm very sure that the Edo people will be following up to see how you're performing. A lot of your supporters and the leaders of your party have said you have started on a good note, but then it's for the people of Edo State to judge really by what they see. But the question I'd like to ask you, Your Excellency, in truth, what would you like Edo to be known for in your time?
Development, security, good healthcare, agriculture, quality education. That is my 5-point agenda, and that is what I want Edo to be known for. Yes, sir.
I wish you the very best, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir.
We call you the Apako Rescue.
We have come to rescue the Edo too. This is our time to rescue this state. To be honest with you, I must be frank, Edo people have actually suffered for the past 8 years. You made mention of Oba. Oba was almost driven out of this land. If you have opportunity, if you have time, talk to Oba. He will tell you. His power were relegated. A lot went wrong. But today you see people smiling on the street.
Governor Monday Okpebholo, all the best. It's still 100 days, still fresh, and your feet are still very wet. I wish you the very best.
Thank you, Shehu.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
That's our exclusive conversation with Governor Monday Okpebholo, the governor of Edo State. But then there's so much updates that we need to give you. Some things that happened in the National Assembly and some of the political stories that we have, and we need to bring you up to speed with them on our political roundup.
There was mild drama in the Senate today between Senator Natasha Akpotu-Uduaghan and the Senate leadership over seating arrangement. The controversies began when Senator Natasha's seat was relocated upon resumption of the session, but she refused to comply with the change. The chief whip, Senator Tahir Mongono, had raised a point of order, citing sections of the Senate rulebook to justify the reassignment of seats. Mongono explained that the changes were necessary to accommodate shift caused by some opposition members moving to the majority wing. Refusing to back down, Senator Natasha raised her voice in protest, directly confronting the Senate president. The Benue State House of Assembly is accusing NBA President Alpha Musigwe of meddling in Benue politics to place some Benue politicians resident in Abuja and failed to read the provisions of Section 292, which the House relied on to remove the Chief Judge. Addressing journalists at the Government House, the Majority Leader, Mr. Asete Tisia, says the Constitution gives them the power to act on the request of the Governor. The Majority Leader also fought the position of the NJC to query the removal process, noting that the Assembly had no business with the NJC so long as it complied with Sections 292. The Victor Oko-led assemblies in Rivers State has commenced oversight functions to ensure accountability and stewardship by local government chairmen. The House is visiting various local government areas in turns to assess how the allocations have been utilized. At one of the local government secretariats, the chairman of the council narrates the ordeal of starting off with the destruction of the council secretariat due to post-election violence. Meanwhile, reactions have continued to trail the solidarity visit of the Rivers National Assembly caucus to Martin Amaule. This time, a group in the state is urging the federal lawmakers to focus on the job for which they were elected and leave the state alone. A group, the Initiative for Transparent Strategy and Good Leadership, is asking the governor, Similai Fubara, to eject Amaule and the 26 other lawmakers from the assembly quarters, which in their view are being occupied illegally. Lastly, leaders of the All Progressive Congress in Kwara South are reconciling ahead of the 2027 general elections. The chairman of the All Progressive Congress in Kwara State, who is equally from Kwara South, Mr. Sunday Fagbemi, appealed to members of the party not to heat up the polity. They are also striving to position the district to be at liberty to negotiate with any candidate of their choice for the governorship election.
Then you have it, a political roundup stories, and you are served. Of course, so much to talk about on the program tonight, but that's how much we can serve you. Don't forget that earlier I told you about the Osun State scenario and what is going on there. The governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has been speaking about the situation in the state, and we heard the Inspector General of Police reacting to what he calls an absurd allegations against him, that those who are alleging that there's an assassination attempt on the governor, says it's an absurd story. But earlier today, Senator Ademola Adeleke, the governor of Osun State, had addressed the people of the state in a statewide broadcast, which some portion of that we shall be showing you before the top of the hour. But that's how far we can go on the program tonight. Many thanks everyone for watching. I'm Sean Wakimale. I'll see you next time. God bless Nigeria.